Okay, we are live. All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to Buckshot Show.
Not my
it,
show. It's our
it,
show. I'm
yeah,
just here. I'm just
it's
in
we
it. It's your
yeah we
show.
the
I'm just
people.
here.
No,
Sorry,
no,
Janine.
no. But yeah. So I appreciate you being here, Buck. What's going on? Um there's just so much. You know what? Last time I think we talked, we chatted. You said you were going to go fishing. Did you ever do that fishing trip?
Of course not, Janine. It was 20 something degrees out, and I was like, "There's no way I'm going on a freshwater lake with it being 20 degree. It was 23 degrees out, and I'm thinking, okay, the wind chill on the water. You're probably looking at negative 17 degrees instead of the 23 degrees. And when he told me that he went to Cabela's to buy one of those ski masks, I thought twice, and then I thought a third time, and then I chickened out.
Yeah,
So I did not go. But every weekend he's been bugging me. I'm going. I'm going. When you come, um, he said, oh, "Well, just wear your long johns." He tells me, "Wear my long johns." I look at him. I look at my legs. He looks at my legs because they always make fun of me because I wear shorts year round. Right? I only
yeah.
wear pants if it snows, which it ain't. It snowed here, but it snowed maybe a quarter of an inch. It barely snowed. Or if it's like really cold, like below zero. So it hasn't been below zero and it hasn't snowed, so I haven't worn any pants. So you sure as heck I don't have any long johns. So yes, no fishing for me. I told them when it gets to maybe about 50 degrees, I'll be probably have the courage enough to go fishing. So
Yeah, you're right. My husband does not. He actually had to go on Amazon since we had cold water here. He said, "I need to get a
yeah,
pair of sweatpants." He only wears shorts. And then
yeah,
he decided to donate all his long, heavy jeans that he always wore from Chicago. So I don't know if you remember, Cabela used to sell these pair of jeans that were insulated, very heavy. They look like regular jeans, and he used to use them for, walking behind a snow thrower. And
yeah.
so he's donating all of his jeans, and well, he's giving them to somebody that needs clothes, right?
Yep.
But he's a tall drink of water, so he's got a very long legs. Hopefully, somebody is tall like him that could use it.
I'm sure
Let's
there
see
are.
here, Kelly. Do you want to say hi to people out on Rumble?
Well, I only got Rumble right now up. I see Allie's out there and Magic. How you two doing? Um, it's only 13 right now that I see. Lucky 13. I don't have YouTube up because otherwise my phone would block our picture. Well, I can always block my face out. It doesn't really matter. I already know what I look like. So
Yeah. So things are moving really fast, Buck. The energies are moving. Everybody's got their own perspective or interpretation, whatever you want to call it. And I think everybody is right, no matter what it is. It's just good times. You have to say our president now is making everybody feel a lot better, a lot more confident. We might not know what is around the bend yet, but I'm sensing it'll be all really good things. I see Ellie Cat is out there. Hello, Ellie Cat. And Mag One is out there also. Magic, is that who that is?
yeah, Magic Bird. Yeah, I think a lot of things are moving in a positive direction, moving fast, and we all know why. In my opinion, and majority of us feel the same way that um, some people have never left, and it was just a matter of time before we started seeing some action, and we see the military going to the border. Um, securing that thing, seeing some the criminals that are illegal, right? Getting shit back, which they should be. We see somebody who looks like they're moving a whole
Speaking
two-story house.
speaking of the Mexicans or whoever, the illegals, so my husband gets really upset
Yeah.
when you don't call them illegals, right? So yeah, let me just play this for you. While you're saying it, it's funny. I was just gonna play it because check this out. They came to America. They got a lot of material things. This is a lot of shit, and this is actually near the border. Somebody reported this. Nice truck, nice trailer, huge trailer
Then you know
with
that
about
thing's probably
15.
what's
Go ahead.
crazy is how is that truck being able to haul all of that uh pretty much junk. It's just crazy that people go through that whole effort. Wow.
Uh, this is coming from Wall Street 8 out on Axis. This was posted with traveling back to Mexico through the Texas border and heading back to the city of, I'm going to ruin this name, Piedras Negras. Self deportation is the best way to go.
I mean, right? You know, but in a way, we're probably still paying for it one way or another.
That's what Linda's
You know, we,
saying.
we always the taxpayers always get screwed with the bill.
Yep, yep.
But at least
So, whoops.
we're seeing some action, right?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more of this. And actually, I'm more concerned that they're getting the really bad ones, as Trump would say, the bad ones out, the ones that have really hurt a lot of people.
Yeah, the ones that would cause trouble, the military age men. You got to get rid of them first. The ones that will cause the trouble, right?
Yeah. And anybody living out in Vegas, if you work for a living and you get tipped, and you get your tips is what pays for your survival. Being in restaurants, I don't know, casinos, all that stuff, you're not gonna have to pay taxes on it. I'm waiting to hear about other stuff on Social Security. I think I'm in a state where we don't pay state taxes, but it's a federal taxes on Social Security. And I've been telling my husband, hold off. He gets so excited. He's, TurboTax sent me an email. We got to get signed up. I'm like, no, wait, just wait. You know how hard it is to talk to somebody that doesn't really know what the hell is going on.
Oh yeah. You know, I've been for the last couple of years like trying to explain to her as well how it's you know it's taxes are voluntary and we don't have to, but oh no, we'll get arrested and they'll come after you and take the money out of your paycheck and da da da. And
Yeah. Oh, I know. I hear this exact same thing. It's like it's kind of,
it's the programming that it that our parents, right? It's just their parents and so on and so, and it's just trickled down to us where it's like, just listen, the system doesn't work anymore the way it was. It we've evolved past that limitation, and it's time to come up with something newer and better that works for everyone,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
right?
definitely. So yeah, and this is a really good thing is how do you tell who's telling the truth? The ones trying to silence other people are the ones that are lying. And I think we're kind of past that. I think hopefully this is all going to balance out. I'm tired of how many times I should have been divorced in the last 8 years.
Right? It's like you can't
First
live with
one,
them, you can't live without them. It's like, when are you gonna wake up already? Come on! It's
yeah,
like, get with the program.
yeah, yeah. In the programs, and he always says you always find something for
Mhm.
to complain about me, and I'm like, what? And I go, what do you mean? He goes, well, now I don't know what to eat. I can't eat anything. He goes into this whole victim mode.
Like I said, I've said it before. There's a lot of things. It's still hard for me not to eat. It's all about moderation. You know,
It
um,
is. It is. Let's see what else is
limit
going on
limit
in the
limit
world.
your intake of sugar as much as you can because that's probably the worst. But that's still also the hardest thing for me not to eat it, especially late at night when I'm working. So
Yeah, I'm gonna get your opinion on this, Buck. This is a pretty cool picture, and see what anybody else in the chat thinks. I think it's something to be considered. So they added Trump's face in here, and the question is, do you think Trump should be added to Mount Rushmore? Well, he's been a
yes.
great president.
And it's funny because I told my friends years ago that he's gonna be up there, and of course I got made fun of. But when all said and done, I think what matters more to this man now, maybe when he was younger, ego, right? When we're young, it's all about ego. But I think now, um, legacy is more important. And he even said that the other day. I think I don't know if it was an interview or not. But just imagine, right? Because
Sorry, Buck. It looks like
that name can live in infamy, right?
it looks like we're not live on Rumble. I can see where I screwed up on here. We're live on X.
Oh,
Anybody out there on Rumble is wondering, I'm seeing names out there and they're saying, where are you? I can't see you. So if you want to let them know, we're live on X, Buck. I screwed up.
all right. Well, is
Scott Pace is out there saying you're not on Rumble. We're on X, you guys.
It doesn't look. And you know what? I was on it, but not paying attention to the screen.
I see everybody's in the chat, so I thought we were live.
Well, I don't know. Thank you, Scott. I wasn't paying attention. So that kind of stinks. But anyway,
shame on Buck.
Hey,
it's not his fault.
I'm blaming Janine.
Can you post the YouTube channel? Let me see.
Yep.
They're wanting it out there.
I could do that.
I think I'm on two of them, so you could pick one, either one.
We'll pick the TPT news. That's the first one that came up. TTP news. Okay, where'd it go? I want to share it, copy it. All right. Oh, finally. What's funny is this lady next door to my house has been trying to get the cat out of the woods for the last hour.
What's going on?
The neighbor has a cat. They've been trying to get out of the tree behind the house for the past hour.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like annoying because I could see her out of the peripheral vision. And she's banging on the fence like the cat is gonna come because you're banging on the fence, shaking the tree. Okay, yeah, the cat's gonna come now because you're shaking the tree. And it was going off for like the past 2 hours. Seriously. It was like,
I'm just letting them know to use the link.
yep.
Sorry about that. I wonder if Alley Cat caught that or not.
Probably, I don't know.
I don't normally go to X, but it's not going to hurt anything out there. Everybody's out on X. I can't go on X without like saying remove video. I don't really care about what everybody's saying. All right, who we have?
Me. And I'll put it in the link in the comments. And all right, so where we were at? We were at the Trump. We were at the Trump Mount Rushmore. So yep, I agreed. I agree with that. Anyone else? How does everyone else in the chat feel?
I like the placement of it personally. I like where they put it right next to Lincoln.
Yeah, I mean it's already set up. It's in a way it's kind of got the hair too already. If they put the picture the other way, right, and it's the other side, he's already got like if you look at the notch of the hair already, the right hand side. If he's facing
Yeah,
the way, yep. Nope, go
yeah.
to the rock above his head, the rock formation above his
Oh,
head.
this up here.
Yeah, look, he's already got the
Yeah,
hair on the top to the right.
yeah, yeah. It's amazing what they can do with AI. I mean, you show AI a picture or something, and it puts things in it. That's why I'm going to come back to us here, Buck. That's why it's really messed up in a lot of people's minds. They don't know what is CGI. They don't know when something is AI. You have to pay attention to so many details. And when you are so brainwashed to just watching, I don't know, anything on television like a movie, we're gonna all find out that half of the people that you think you've been watching were just AI. They weren't even the actual actors that were in there. So it just
Yep.
blows my mind.
Even even
Uh,
even
so
some of the videos now look, it's like the people put out look, you got to be careful. Anything that's kind of it's weird, right? Because anything that's digitalized can be manipulated.
yeah.
Everything but
For
analog.
for example, here, somebody's actually pointing out this is not even the governor of California. You could tell it's not him. His body, physique, everything is different. See, I study people's face structure, and I got this from being a medical intuitive training early on, and it's never left
Yeah,
me. But somebody's pointing out behind him, the gate is E17. And so this is Trump greeting Newsom. And if anybody knows what Newsom looks like, this ain't the dude. He's probably got a couple more inches in height.
yeah. He's tall. He's taller than Trump in that picture.
Yeah, it is. So the
Oh,
thing
oh,
is,
even
this is
look at his arm, like just as like his wrist area from his elbow. Look how like that's just weird that whole portion of his arm is.
yeah, it is. It really is. That's why I'm saying nobody.
It's like Stretch
We're gonna have to.
Armstrong, right? Like right, Stretch Armstrong, where it's like,
Yes.
Miss it.
Yeah, a lot of it. Well, if he doesn't exist anymore, they needed to get that actor out there. I see MJ Truther is out there. Hey, MJ, you're in the Vegas area. Did you go see Trump? Um, and so, yeah, a lot of these people playing actors, everyone says 2.0. It gets so
Yeah,
confusing out there. People still think that we're cloning. I don't think that's legal. I don't think we're doing that anymore. I think it's more AI, CGI.
actors too. But according to Google, right? Newsom is 6'3", and
Uh
Trump
huh.
is 6'3". So what's up with that picture?
Yeah.
One of them
Yeah.
ain't the correct height.
And the other good news is they're going to start going after Fauci more now. There's a bullshit story out there. I want to lay it out. People are saying he's going to be expedited out to Russia. It's bullshit. That's not happening. It's already been spoken about. Everyone's thinking, yeah, give him to Russia. No, stop with the Russia.
Yeah, it's let's just say having Trump pulling the security detail on both him and Pompeo and Mr. Walrus. That's goes to show you the direction we're heading.
Yeah. Here's one other thing I wanted to show you. And I noticed this because I've been watching him live. And if you take a look at this picture, everyone, there's a Fuji water bottle right in front of Millennia, and I saw that it caught my eye. And watch what she does. This is he's speaking obviously in California about the fires, and somebody left that there for her, and she
Yep.
looks down in a second here and realizes that, and she probably threw it on the floor.
right? Because why would Trump have a bottle of water and she have a different bottle of water?
They came in and there was other people sitting along here, but they knew that they were going to sit here and somebody left the water there. And they all, if anybody doesn't know the story behind it, the owners of that particular water brand is the reason why one of the reasons why the water they lack water. And so he went there. My interpretation is short and sweet. He went there to turn on the faucets. uh, so he takes his water and put it down, and then because he's showing that the fireman made a fire hat for him, and he's talking about how heavy it is. And then she realizes, I've got this water here. Whoops, let's get rid of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no reason. Like he moved it to grab the hat. What was her reason to put it down? I mean,
Yeah, because it's the Fuji water. You know the ties between that, right? You know.
yep,
Yeah, you do.
yep. That family. I
Uh,
think Colleen put it in there, and you know, they're the ones that, like you said, it have majority of the control of, which is crazy.
yeah, MJ's got a statement out here. Newsom was dressed like a dumb jeans and tennis shoes, and his sleeves were rolled up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Resnick says, oops. I think I just got rid of Colleen. No. Sorry, Colleen, if I got rid of you. Yeah, Resnick's is the family that owns the Fuji water that
Linda
basically
brings up a good
monopolized. Say it again.
And Linda brings up a good point. You don't want to advertise that company. That's what that's what, it's like, that's what they put the water up there to advertise it.
Yeah, definitely, and it could be another statement of waste. MJ's looking at it like it's meant it's going down, and it definitely is going to go down. So yeah, let me see what else I can come up with. And we're just kind of talking about things that a lot of people haven't been aware of. More and more of it, everyone keeps saying we're waiting for the normies to wake up, but you know what? They may never wake up because of their programming, right, Buck?
Yeah. It is tough because in a way it's like you want them to wake up, but then again, right, it's free will. You can't make a horse drink the water.
Yeah.
So it sometimes it's falling on deaf ears too, and you get more. I know some people get more frustrated trying to tell them their truth and what they know than someone that's willing to accept it. They just, and some people aren't. Maybe they're just the cognitive dissonance. The hardest thing, right? What that's saying with Mark Twain. They don't want to be fooled. They don't want to. They don't want to be convinced. What was it? They don't want to be fooled that they're convinced they've been
Yeah.
fooled. The hardest
Yeah.
thing is for somebody to, yeah.
Nobody
I
wants to
can't
be
remember.
duped. Yeah.
I butchered that.
I got you. I got you back. I know what you're talking about there. So, so we were kind of talking about things that are leaving, right? For 2025, and so we just saw a bunch of people at the Mexican border taking out. They got a brand new truck. They had a brand new trailer. This is Guatemala. They're taking them back. Rumors again were Mexico wasn't going to take them back. They are taking them back. Don't listen to any of this other bullshit that's out there because there's people out there that are going to say opposite. And the main thing is it'll be really hard, in my opinion, it'll be really hard to say if there are 10,000 illegal immigrants here. It'll take a long time for us to find them, but the ones that have done the murdering and really hurting people, those are the first ones are going to, I think there's over 400 that are gone now.
Well, that was one of the things I believe, right? They put apps on their phones, right, to collect money. You know exactly where they are. It's no different than what we have when we carry these things around, tracking devices. So it's no different when these people have a phone with an app that tells them where to go, where to pick up their money. So it would be very easy to
I
pick up these
didn't know
people.
that, Buck. I just found that out that they had a freaking app. And then they were
Yeah.
crying outside our border saying, we don't know where to go. What do we do? We got to feed our children. It's not, I hate to say it, but it's not our problem.
It's a guy at my center says, you should always have a plan, right? And we have Mike Tyson that says everyone has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. Well, then you should have a secondary plan and then a third plan. It's I hate to say it, but if you weren't prepared that something like this might happen, it's almost like when the hurricane happened. It's nobody, or even these snowstorms, right, that you guys had. How many people were prepared to have snow in Florida in January?
Yeah. We
You
got
should,
eight, we got 8 inches of snow.
yeah,
We got 8.
because that's normal,
To me,
right?
it didn't bother me. I'm used to this. I grew up 55 years in Chicago,
Yeah,
and but down here, we don't even own a shovel, Buck. We just waited for it to melt.
yeah, and
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 oh
that,
my God, the greatest memes came out of all of it.
yeah, and that's the best thing about like humanities. We're so inventive and creative. And that's why the evildoers hate us, because they can't create. So
Well, the joke out there is Trump was sworn in on January 20th, and on the 21st, it snowed down here. And it went straight across from Louisiana all the way across to Florida up towards you. So I guess the thing is Trump took care of climate change, right? He's correcting it.
he took care of climate change, right? Now, well, we all know it was global warming, right? And then when it started getting colder, they said, "Oh, we can't call it global warming because it's getting colder, so we'll call it climate change." Which, since records have been kept, there's always been climate change, right? So yeah, he did fix it in a couple of days. And but we all know there's things out there like Mountain Dews that can change weather at any moment.
So there was a lot of controversies. I'm going to change the subject here, if you don't mind, about Doge, right? Doge, Doge, and they're going to be tracking all the government money that's being spent, and we'll have a little bit more awareness. And I remember saying this probably in my second year of doing it. I said we should be updated every time the government is going to be spending money, and this came to a fruition, which is a beautiful thing. But there was also Elon was in Vivek were kind of going back and forth, and then there was Vivek was out. It seemed like they were turning on the American people, and there were some really bad things that were said. Well, this woman here, we're going to hear a lot about Susie Wiles. She reportedly limited Doge and Elon Musk direct access to President Trump with Doge. Now is assigned an office outside the White House. They're not going to be in the White House. I don't know if they were before, but yeah, this woman is nobody's going to be able to get to Trump. He's going to be so protected, and she's going to be the one to be able to help do that. So if you notice in the statement that I just read with Doge, Vivek was not mentioned. So there's stuff going on behind the scenes that we're going to learn about Vivek real soon.
Yeah, well, some of us that have done research on him knows he is a WHO guy, and I don't mean an owl. And and we do know how the other side likes to call Elon President Elon, right? President Musk, some evil people. So of course he's not gonna, she's gonna have to limit access, because even though it's he's still the president, right? You can't just give anybody free will nilly on access like they want. And we still know military for the most part, right? Um, Still under a cog, I believe, and right, because obviously they're in the border right now. So
Right.
Who's that little cutie?
Yeah.
Is that Rizzo or
No, she's bigger than Rizzo now. This is Bella.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I thought it was Rizzo because it was she.
You remember when I first held up? It'll be a year. Buck, do you realize it'll be a year?
Wow.
Oh no,
She's
no, a
getting
little
big.
less than that. But yeah, she's big. She's already been in the pool, even though it wasn't. It was by an accident. But yeah, I love her to death. So, um, let's see what here we
Yeah.
have. LB saying Vivek was kicked out. His vision did not align with Doge. You better believe it. And not only that too. I'm just gonna wait and see what happens with. There's one other guy out there that seemed to travel around with Mike Finn, and I don't know why I'm not seeing his name right now, but he sold a lot of T-shirts, a lot of books. He did a lot of reawakening tours, and I don't know if he's going to be sworn in or not. But so what else is leaving is, we're talking about what's leaving here tonight. Is as he signs these executive orders. We're not going to go through any executive orders. I did that last week with Lewis. But they're most of them have all been released. 1,500 people from J6, right, Buck?
Yep. All the ones I believe that weren't troublemakers, right? Those are the ones they we know they're not going to pardon the ones that did any dirty stuff, right? I mean, it's just common sense, but they're going to let the ones that were pretty much thrown to the wolves, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see what else we have here. Also, too, it was announced today in Vegas when he was out there, 87,000 IRS agents. They're fired. They're gone. And actually, the way he put it, Buck, I'm sure you didn't see it, but he said 87,000 IRS agents can carry guns. He goes, I'm sending them to the border.
I did see that. Yes. I mean, now that's what he did. He fired the 87 IRS agents, and now he's going to hire 87,000 South border agents. Problem solved.
Yeah, definitely. So lots of fast changes that are happening, good things that are on their way out. Let's see what else we have out here. I've been posting a lot of, I can't pronounce his name, Kazin Asidu. He's pretty good. I would like to actually get him on my channel one day. So people who haven't been told that Trump only cares about himself needs to watch this. So he's basically another voice letting people, he's kind of waking everybody up. And he went to Washington, D.C., and he woke, and there were a lot of people know who he is. So I think he's from let me come back to us here, the TikTok arena. And so if people recognized him when he was in Washington, D.C., I think he was just walking around filming it. A lot of people ran up to him, and it was really cool to see how they embraced him. Let's see what else we have. What else you got, Buck?
I don't know. I was I was telling Janine earlier, I was trying to find where it was funny because me and my daughter were watching one of Trump's interviews, and he said the MAGA is probably one of the most important operations, something along the lines of that sort. Couldn't find a video, but I looked to my daughter, and she even noticed what he said. But in looking for the video, what I did find interesting, though, I'm gonna read it. But if you look up Trump,
Well, check this out, Buck. I hate to interrupt you, but check this out. If you go and look it up, I don't know if a lot of other people have just started their own channels calling it Operation MAGA, official Operation MAGA. So you're onto something. Go ahead.
now I looked at just to see what had CIA Google had to say, but it was a different article, and it says that this was back during October 3rd in 2020. October 3rd, 2020. So right before the election, President Trump's re-election campaign on Saturday announced the launch of Operation MAGA, a full marshaling of top-level surrogates campaign coalitions and Trump supporters to rally behind the president and carry the campaign forward after Trump was sidelined due to COVID-19 diagnosis. So October 3rd, 2020. I mean, it says Operation MAGA, a full marshaling of top level surrogates. Now, I don't know, but full marshaling means they're marshalizing
Martial law.
top level surrogates. So I don't know, but maybe that is something where, and right before the election, he put made them federal marshals. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, everything will come out, and there
Everything
will.
right. He did say it after he signed the MLK JFK files. Everything will be revealed.
That's coming next. That's the next big one.
Right.
So while I'm talking about this, I have a show tomorrow night with Joey G. I think he's going to talk about Guantanamo Bay. He has a subscription to Catherine Hedridge that is doing reporting there. I guess you got to, it didn't sit well with me that you got to pay for a subscription to find out information. But and believe you me, these are millionaires. They already have the money. Also, too, on Monday evening, I'm going to be doing a show back with Fran again. And Lewis is taking the week off because he's in Dubai. So, yeah, and then we'll start back up again with Buck if need be. So let me just kind of show this is to let everybody know. You report illegal aliens now. It's the law. So it's signed in. There was an executive order. Actually, there were 2 executive orders to cover a lot of things, but the Trump administration is planning a large-scale immigration raid in Chicago, Illinois, starting Tuesday morning. ICE is expected to deploy between 100 and 200 officers to carry out the operation. MAGA is winning. So make notes, you guys. Make lots of notes in the Chicagoland area. And let's get these guys reported.
Valentine's
Bunch of
Day
them.
coming up. It's a good gift, right?
Yeah.
You use that money for that Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah.
Especially in
So there you
Chicago,
go.
right? Isn't the Chicago doesn't Chicago have an anniversary on Valentine's Day?
Valentine massacred. So yeah, it is. It's where they went in. They went.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to tell you about Chicago and who's going to be reporting. I've got a video out on my Rumble channel someplace, but so Chicago South Side has got a lot of gangs. All over Chicago, there's nothing but gangs. They are the ones that are reporting the illegals. They want them gone. It was a turf wars with them. Some of the worst ones were put in Chicago. But yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how this gets cleaned up.
Listen, you just sit out at Home Depot and make some good money. Is that too soon? I'm sorry.
Joey G has no taxes on tips. What about the rest of the sixes? What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm missing something here. Colleen says, I have to say there has been an awful lot of air traffic for me. So Colleen is in a suburb of Chicago out there. I know where she's at. Yeah, I bet there is. I bet there's a lot of drones. They have a ways of finding them.
Yep.
AO says, where'd AO go? They're going to the hotels and putting them up. Yeah, all I got to do is go into any hotel and take them away.
Yeah. Yeah, they know where they are.
Yeah. So let's see what else we have out here. What else is going on, Buck?
I don't know. All I know it's still a war, right? And there's still a lot of psychological operations because I do see a lot of people getting in a way black pilled. Um, I mean, we've been in this war, and well, we haven't been in physical war, but we've done enough research to know we should know what's really going on, right? And you know, um, we all know that we don't know the plan, right? Unfortunately, we're not behind the scenes. Um, Only God knows what's going to happen next, and I got to have more faith in what's going to happen because we're seeing a lot of good things. And if you don't see all this winning, because I see a lot of winning, um, Trump puts people in the spotlight for a reason. He put Fauci in
Oh
front.
yeah.
Pompeo was up front. All these people. Pence was up front. Um, because a lot of people are scared about the people with the AI thing, the Stargate, right? You don't think that Sam Altman guy, Trump, knows about all the tweets about him calling Trump and Grady didn't win the presidency, and now this guy's up front and center, and people are like, oh my god, I can't believe he's put. Trump knows everything, right? They have
Yeah.
everything. They caught everyone. To me, he's putting, in my opinion, he's putting them in the spotlight. No different than the COVID. Now that was Alex Jones, but that did not look like Alex Jones to me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you.
Look at that!
I was going to.
Come on, look at that. What? That almost looks like a Mike Pompeo, where he lost like 50 pounds overnight.
Is
I don't.
everybody else is saying 2.0, 3.0? You call it.
I
Yeah, he looks
mean,
too thin. Actually, I've got a video out on my Rumble channel. I should probably go out there. Somebody is telling you who's playing him, and they say I forgot who it is. I'll try to find that in a little bit. But I grab a lot of the stuff from X, and I take these videos and I put them out on my channel. And I'm getting more people watching them. And the reason why I'm doing it, these are the things that are truth. But then I'll try to trip some people up and to see if they believe it or not. And boy, do I get hammered for those.
yeah, it's like sometimes you just go out to see what people's reactions are, and it's like one thing that I sometimes you see in the chat, it's just like you see people flipping out over the littlest things that they have no control over, and it's like, man, it's like I wish I could just, you know, I watch a lot of different people, right? And we always talk about observe, don't absorb. Sometimes it's good just to listen, but you can't take people's word for it, and trust your own instincts, and that's why that's why I kind of watch more of those people now. We once we've gotten all the information and got connections, I think, right? Because connections is most important to me, is the people that we connected with and became friends and family with over these last few years. That's what's important. And so it's I don't know. I'd rather focus now more on trusting, learning more of trusting my own instincts, right? And then instead of trusting somebody else. So that's who I watch. I'd rather watch people like that are going to help me discover that, and help me with my I don't know. I wouldn't say confidence, but um, more of my instincts. Trust more of my confidence in my instincts to trust them more. So that's where I put more of
Yeah,
my focus on. It seems to be working for me. I mean, life's a roller coaster, and we can only control what we can control.
definitely. So you guys, everyone out here in the chat that's watching it, let me know what you think of this. It's coming from, they're saying Bill Hicks and Alex Jones. Well, no sound. Hold on.
Bradford, you didn't get
I guess he's telling you who he is.
doing this so long. It's hard to give up. Give up on the character and go back to who I really was.
Can you hear?
Okay.
I heard the first portion where it says it's hard to give up a character.
Yes, I am Bill Hicks. Or to be more accurate, you didn't get it all, did you? You didn't get the full conspiracy. I played the character, Bill Hicks, for 15 years with my accomplice, Kevin Booth. And we fooled you all. The master actor, the master genius. Then I decided to bring forward an even more incredible persona, that of Alex Jones. I carried on the charade for more than 15 years. Kevin, don't mess me up. Kevin, don't mess me up. That was Bill Hicks. I carried out the fraud for my accomplice, Kevin Booth.
All right. So I'm going back to Buck over here. And what did you think?
I mean, a lot of similarities, no doubt. I mean,
and then when we go back and we look at this guy, totally different character.
Yep.
They changed it up. I think Arnie is out there saying.
When was that posted? This video here.
This is 4 hours ago with Alex Jones. Yeah, just 4 hours ago. This was breaking. President Trump finds 75,000 missing migrant children. The first week of official tune in to Alex Jones Live. He exposes the shocking details. It's a must watch and see. I don't follow him.
No, I don't really follow him too much. I might post through if somebody else posted that, so maybe that might be interested. But I did read a little bit before I came on. From what I read was these are some of the ones that they claimed were missing, but they really knew where they were. And once they got behind the scenes and were able to find the records, they were able to pick them up. That's why they were missing, but not really missing. They had them documented somewhere, but saying that they were missing. I guess they were hiding the records pretty much.
Yeah.
So they were able to find the records and pick them up. And from what I gathered from the first read off, whether that's true or not, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much either. But I will tell you one thing. X is turning into a poll. It seems like it's one big ass poll. Do you think we should remove taxes? They want to get everybody's poll. They're counting up stuff left and right. I'm like, I'm so sick of this. I ignore it all. I really do.
Yeah,
and then we got
Go ahead.
Joe Rogan out there is Vivek is putting almost a poll out there. It says, if Julian Assange went on to Joe Rogan's podcast to expose the corruption, secret backroom deals, and potentially reveal the infamous Epstein list, would you watch? So this is they just want to know where people's heads are at. Of course everyone's going to watch it. What the hell? We've been waiting for it.
Yeah. That I can care two craps about whether I'm going to vote if I want him on it. Like you said, of course we're going to want people any whistleblowers that are going to expose anything. That's a stupid question to be asking. It should be polling more important things like, what we want to create. That's what I want to be polling on. Maybe we should create a poll. I mean, I'm just not that I don't have the following to be able to poll something that we should be creating instead of polling. Do we want to watch this person expose the truth? Of course we do. Hello, McFly.
Yeah, the real obvious shit.
Right.
And when they do that, it's almost an insult to our intelligence. It really is.
Exactly.
So this is the guy that I was talking about. I have reservations about. I don't know why. I always have. I'm just going to listen to that little voice inside of me. Everybody wants him. They want him to Kash Patel to prosecute every corrupt Democrat. Buck, do you think he's going to get in there to do that?
I don't know.
He hasn't been.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't the Chevron different case getting rid of all three-letter agencies? We do know that they already talked about getting rid of the FBI. The problem is that they hold nobody accountable, right? They've lied. So, do we really, the American people, have any confidence in these? The whole judicial system just needs to change, right? And the FBI is one of them. So it's hard for me to say, because what good is he going to do if we get rid of the FBI? I mean, they're kind of useless anyway. We already know they're just another arm of the party system, the police force of the army system.
Yeah, so you're making, I'm going to come back to us here. You're making a lot of sense. So if they're already talking about, of course, the right people in the right places for defense. Let me turn this off. I got somebody calling me here. So, if they're talking about, getting rid of the IRS, they're talking about getting rid of, the Federal Reserve or revamping it. A lot of changes going on there. This has been going on way too long that they want to know if we're on board with Kash Patel, and they constantly keep asking it. And you got to ask yourself why they're doing that. And it is to see if we're paying attention and who we're paying attention to. Yeah. So when he traveled around with Mike Flynn on reawakening tours, and I went to one in Branson, Missouri, he had the biggest, largest tent outside of the event, and there was people wrapped around the tents to get his books, lines and lines of people selling T-shirts and everything else like that. Then I would see Eric Trump run up there, give his speech, and then leave. It was kind of like, okay, do I go follow the guy, believe in the guy that's going to give me free information, or do I got to go pay for it in a book and a T-shirt?
Yeah, I mean, and not only that, but how long you got to stay in line to meet somebody? We're not, in a way, this whole thing, in a way, to me, it's been a learning experience, right? I mean, when I was a kid, right, you idolize, I grew up sports, right? I grew up idolizing sports athletes. But even when I would see, like, celebrities in the street, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, it's a celebrity. I'd give them a, hello type of ordeal. But we got to, the whole point of this, the last few years, is stop idolizing these people, even so-called truthers. I mean, are they really truthers if they're kind of manipulating us and giving us half truths and not giving us the whole truth? Because I know a lot of these so-called big people in the know do lie to us. They do manipulate us. And I'm not for any type of manipulation. So that's why I don't follow the Kash Patels, the 107s, all these, bigger channels, because let's just say they try, those intel people, right?
Yeah.
It's still, if you haven't gotten kicked off of YouTube, I question, because you're not pushing the envelope on what you really should be talking about. I don't want to lose my channel. How many people have lost their channel? You're a small channel, Janine. How many channels are you on now?
I'm on, I think, number 6.
Yeah, exactly. You're on number 6, and you're a small channel who speaks your truth, and you got these people who haven't lost maybe 1 or 2 channels, or haven't lost any channel, that have thousands of followers. Now, why is that?
Yeah. Well, they also they bump it up. So, yeah, let me. I'm going to get back to the Stacy person. Is she's called Pa Trump Girl out on X. She's one that's speaking your language, Buck. But I forgot what you just said here, because I kind of what was the last thing you just said? I'm sorry.
Pretty much about you're speaking your truth, right? And you get kicked off, and these other people that don't get kicked off are obviously not speaking their truth, which is why they haven't gotten kicked off. Because they keep in line with the system. They stay in, right? They stay in line because I don't want to lose my It's all about the numbers.
Well, not only that too, but it's all about trending. So if I can make up some numbers and buy some bots, if I go from having 15 people on my show, then the next show I have 150,000. You're going to say, hey, what is this person talking about? It's got 150,000 on here, and then my numbers keep growing from there because actually people are joining because they're following the trending. It's no different, and they've done a lot of research on this on why people follow Hollywood people. Right? They idolize someone else that they think that they put on a pedestal. And so I don't have to keep beating the drum on that one, but that's human nature and they know it. So they know how to play off of people on this stuff. So Stacy is out on X and she's one of these that I think found out about the truthers that were full of shit. If I can say that, they were bamboozling, stealing money from people, or getting people to give them their money. They weren't stealing. I got to be very careful on how I say that. So she says, I keep hearing that we have to wake up the normies. What are we doing? Isn't waking up anyone if they aren't awake yet. A few things needs to happen to get their attention. The media tells them the truth. There are more arrests, and it affects their money. And so basically, she's just saying the first two things is that there needs to be more arrests. They need to see these things, and that is how you get to wake them up. It's got to go back, like you said, Buck, earlier on. It's the programming. We have to figure out a way to reprogram them because what they are believing is not real.
Yeah. You know, we're still looking outside of ourselves, right? By you know, believing every word a person says that's on there. You know, and it's tough. Like Arnie even too. Arnie said it. He got a small channel. He's got 11. He's on his 11th channel. It's like, and it's like, come on. It's like, and you guys don't have thousands of followers, and it's just, yeah. When it's all right, it's no different. We're still in that narrative, right? They want to keep that narrative going, and you know, I understand people, you know, we still live in this society where it's all about money and inflation. You know, I'm all fine where, you know, you're making some money to be able to afford your internet and your bills, like, right, to be able to put your shows on. And it takes time, right? And this time is money, right? In this type of, right, in this world we live in. But yeah, the whole profiting off of this movement, you know, the back to Cash Patel, right? What does he have in his last name? The S is a $. I mean, really?
Yes, and that's why I'm saying I held back to, you know, when I saw that other people weren't going to be certified, and not only that, that one woman that I mentioned that's protecting Trump that said, this woman right here. Let me show you who I'm talking about. Susie Wiles. She's the one that won't. Can I blow it up a little bit more? Let's see. Oh, they're just showing the White House here. Her right here. Beautiful.
Yeah.
She is the one that basically, if you were following X, I think it was a week, maybe 2 weeks now, she told them to keep their mouths shut. If you're not certified, if you're not sworn into the administration, you have no right speaking about Doge. You have no right talking about any type of law put into place or whatever it is. So, but she basically wrangled. This is the article. She wrangled Doge and Elon Musk direct access to President Trump. Daily Mail. Doge is reportedly set to have an office outside the White House in the Eisenhower Building instead of the West Wing. They must also report to the Chief of Staff, Wiles, not Trump directly. They're not going to get to Trump. A lot of people were concerned that they were too close to Trump.
I mean, he's insulated anyway, right? But that's the reason why the whole point of a chief of staff is to go through that person before, you know, you just, That was, I remember an interview back in the day of them doing Elon, and they asked him, why, with all the money you make, why you can solve world hunger. And the thing he said was, well, where is it going to? The government spends, and that's what he brought up. The whole point of, I want to know where my money is going to, because obviously the government doesn't, they steal the money, right? They launder the money. So, there is a way. I mean, but everything, right, all comes back to I can't even say the word. Why can't I say that word? Anyway, carpentament. I can't. Why? Anyway,
I don't know what word it is, or I'd help you. Colleen,
why can't I say it?
Colleen's so good with that. Colleen, Dr. Bombay, we need you right away.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh! Talk about a brain fog for a moment there. For a moment, still ongoing. But
I know a lot of people.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Here, compartmentalize. Is that the word from AO?
Yes. Thank you, AO.
I didn't know what he was trying to say.
Oh wow! Yeah.
AO beat Colleen to it. Colleen, are you still with us? So I want to get your opinion on one other story that's been out there in the week. So next weekend we'll do this too. We'll kind of summarize it coming around, because it's not a shit show anymore. It's the truth show, and I'm loving it. So we can't call it the shit show anymore. But what do you think about this shit? Bishop.
I didn't watch that man, Bishop. But definitely a dude. I didn't watch it, but I did. Well, I did go on. I just went. It was funny. I did go on YouTube and go on the CNN to see what the sheep had to say, and it's just it's mind boggling how the comments that these people are like, praising this dude. Oh, she's so courageous. It's like, first off, it's not even a she, right? Second of all, no bishop or priest should ever get into politics. That's the whole point of the religious doctrine, is to not be political. And it's just like, oh my gosh, to think that's okay. It's just, the ignorance is out. The ignorance, and that's one of the things about this whole thing. You see comments like that, it makes you realize there's people that are never going to wake up.
I know. So yeah, she's a Episcopalian or something like that. I don't even know what religion it is. There's subsets of brainwash. LB out there says this dude needs to investigate a running wood chipper from the inside out.
I mean, it's like Joey said, shit show. You can't make some of this stuff up.
And and it feels so good to laugh. It really does. Hi Bailey, you gotta go lay down.
Laughter is the best medicine, and that's sometimes all we could do is just like, you look at some of the stuff. It's like, is this really going on? Is this really the world we live in? I don't know.
You go lay down. Hold on. I got the big dog here now. Yeah, let's see what else you want to talk about laughing here. I'm going to stop this and play it backward a little bit. So this guy, and I did notice this one. So you guys listening that's in the chat here, I know you've seen this. Let me blow this up a little more. Bailey, go lay down. So he says, does anyone else notice this? It's a TikTok that's coming up. I'll see if I got sound on it also. Buck, let me know if you can't hear it.
Has anybody else noticed that in this recent speech, like the coat of arms behind Trump, where usually like the head of the eagle is facing towards the olive branch, whilst having these arrows, which means that it's capable of peace and war, but it's going to look more towards peace. The eagle in this coat of arms is looking towards the arrows, towards war. And it's like, damn. That's kind of settling.
Did you get that, Buck?
It was a little low, but I
Oh,
did get the logistics of it because I did see that video of how the eagle on the presidential stand is facing towards the leaf, which is peace, and the one behind was facing the arrows, which is war. I believe you said.
yeah, 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 definitely. So, Trump talks about not having war, but he will go to war if he has to. And I just saw another interview with Tucker Carlson did this afternoon with this guy. I can't remember his name, but it was really hard to follow him because they're trying to get us up to speed and all the corruption of all the corrupted people and why things have happened. And we were basically what they were saying. The Americans are really blindsided. We have been told one thing when it's really been something else out there. And so with us just trying to figure out what the truth is, and now when they're talking about other countries involved, I want to know what the truth about our country is before I have to go and figure out all the other foreign bullshit.
Yep, and we will eventually. We got some people out there, telling us the truth. Some people showing us the truth, right, with the documentation. It's just and in the end, I think all the truth will be. Trump said it. The truth will be revealed. And we're all going to eventually know the truth one way or another. I think, but it's also up to us to want to know the truth. A lot of people still want to put their head in the sand about what's going on with the children, right? And
Oh my God, yeah.
it's still, to me, it still comes back to that, right? It's always going to come back to that, especially if you're a parent, and even if you're not a parent, it children are our future, right? So that's the most important thing for me.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. There's going to be a lot of pushback in this world. You're going to have, and I'm seeing it out there. People are saying, you come into my blue-pilled state, I'm not going to allow you in. You think that you're going to stop the military? One governor is going to stop the military from removing illegals. One governor is going to stop, whatever. It's just bullshit. It's our own internal war that we have going on. So I don't want to know about other wars unless they're going to threaten to use something nuclear on us. But I think Trump will stop that. I really do. What else you got going on there, Buck?
I mean, not that I can think of at the moment. I know it's almost January is almost over already, and actually, I did have something strange the other day, and which was kind of weird, never experienced before. But I kind of seem to have lost an hour the other day. It was the strangest thing. I was sitting there. I woke. What was it? The day my daughter was home from school, because I seemed to have like an hour flew by, like it was nothing. Because I was sitting around waiting. I was sitting around waiting for the meet. Like go to my meetings. Always go there every day. I usually leave the house around 10 o'clock, and 8 o'clock rolled around. Right, I threw on a TV show. I think it was actually Red Dawn from the '80s. Right, anytime Patrick Swayze's on, I'm gonna watch it. But especially an '80s movie. But next thing you know, it was like 10 o'clock. I don't know. Time's flying by. Does it seem to be flying by for you?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And I think that what are those charts that show you everything that's going on out there, the residents, whatever it
The
is?
Schumann resonance?
Yeah, they said we did a time jump. There was, and that actually came from Vincent Kennedy. Well, I follow him. He's I think he comes back on X tomorrow. He's been traveling, but he did say that we're moving along. Things are changing. So if people don't understand time jumps, look it up. Buck, you got anything on that?
Well, I do watch a couple people on the Schumann resonance. I don't know if I did see that. Yeah, there was a little gap in there. Whether it was a timeline jump, I don't know. Mine happened in the morning, so I wasn't high. I wasn't sleepy. I already had been to the gym already and worked out, but I was just sitting around waiting. Like I said, sitting around waiting, and like next thing you know, it was like an hour was gone. I was like, "Where'd that hour go?" I just feel like I just sat down and threw on the TV, and next thing you know, it was boom, hour. What happened to that hour? That hour.
Oh, let me ask you this: why is the time speeding up? You know, do you have any thoughts on that behind that? When people talk like that, you said, "What?" You know, it's like Back to the Future, right? You know, traveling around and
well,
you know,
well, me. In reality, for me, in my opinion, time is an illusion. I triggered somebody the other day by saying that. It was so great on Facebook. I told him time is an illusion, and boy, did he get triggered. But it's kind of like when you're in a meditative state, you lose track of time. Um, Maybe I was in a meditative state. I don't know. Maybe I was emotionally high. I don't know, but um, I guess when you don't think of time, time does fly by, and that's why I
yeah,
think
somebody
time is an illusion. See, that's
someone
some
is
good stuff
telling
right
you,
there.
yeah. I'm trying to find the latest one here. Let me see if I just
Yeah,
go to the
butter.
word latest. Yeah, the butter is kicking
Yeah,
your butt.
my brother sent me. He had let's just say he made homemade canna butter, and he sent it to me, but I haven't. I'm afraid to eat it because it's
So
cooking
I don't
quick.
know. This is Jan 6th, Schumann. I'm just trying to find something that's current now, and I suck at this. So if
It's
anybody
hard to
has a,
find it. It's hard to find it on X.
okay,
Um, but there's two women that I watch on YouTube, and but maybe Allie might know of a good channel. I know she's on. She sometimes posts it. Um, but there's two people that I watch that really get into it. Um, a good
Y-
one is Stefan Burns. He's a pretty good one. Explains it, and he
well,
does a lot of the sun solar flare activities and stuff.
and sleeping a lot too. I know that the last 2 days I probably slept more. And you know, it wasn't like I was tired. It was just like I got AO is out there saying the same thing, sleeping a little bit more. So am I. And I think it was because of how cold it was down here.
This
But to me,
this
it felt really
this
good.
was this
I'm
was the lady I watched, and she posted it 5 hours ago. But if you look, that was the Schumann resonance 5 hours ago.
it's kind of hard to see.
It is. Hold on, maybe the. So you see how spiked it is. All that energy
Yeah,
coming in, and that was from this morning at 5 hours ago. She posted it, so 1 o'clock. So yeah, it has you'll feel fatigued, tired, stuff like that. I know I had one of my phone here has the chart.
and AO is on the same wavelength as I am. There was a big lineup of a lot of planets. I thought that was yesterday.
6
Maybe it is. Pardon?
started on the 21st, and
Oh,
it goes through the I believe the 28th.
planet alignment. Here it is. 6 planets will align in the night sky in January 25. The planet parade will be visible for several weeks. So you were talking Venus, Saturn, Neptune, Jupiter, Uranus, and Mars.
Yeah, from the 21st to the 29th. And then February 28th is when we'll have 7 planets.
Well, wait a second. Bone Cutler out there is saying the 21st to the 25th, the cosmos will present a spectacular event known as planetary alignment, where all the major planets in the solar system will line up in a harmonious formation. So what is that? It's basically we're correcting the energies. That's what I get from this. What do you get, Buck?
Same thing, because every planet has a gravitational pull, right? So we're gonna definitely. It's no different than the moon, right? It has an effect on us. So every time the
Yep.
planet, when it's in alignment, there's gonna be some, energies that that are gonna be definitely affecting us, right?
Yep. Colleen has got a statement out here. So I typically sleep 8 to 9 hours, but never straight through. I hear you on that one, sister. 3 o'clock since I was probably started working. So when I became got into the work arena, I've always been up at 3 o'clock every morning. I do my best meditation at that time, my best thinking. That's when I post all my Rumble videos. If any of you are out there and in another country and you see me just going crazy, that's me on fire. And then she goes on to say, I can't remember the last time I slept through the night. Yes, I don't. Why we don't need the 8 to 9 hours that we were told. If Trump gets 4 hours and then he goes for the rest of the day.
Yeah, when you're a higher being, you don't need to sleep, right? When we get right our woo-woo, right, our crystalline body, we won't need to sleep. And what's crazy too is I get off of work. I get off at work at 12. I've been getting up around 5 o'clock almost every morning. I went to the gym at 5:30 in the morning, and the weekends though, man, I'm falling asleep 8-9 o'clock. Last week it was 10 o'clock. That's early for me when I used to go to sleep at midnight. Just don't sleep,
Yeah. Sorry about that. Video wasn't. This is a video that somebody was actually out there recording this. Take a look.
Yeah.
Saturn and Venus. All you gotta do is look up at night if you got a clear night to do that. Well, what is that? The moon? And we got Mars over there visible. So, yeah, you're right. You're right, Buck. Yeah, you know what? When I have to let the dogs out. And about 3 o'clock every morning. Yeah, who let the dogs out? Janine did, because she's got to get up to go to the little ladies' room, and then they're like standing at the back door, crossing all their paws, going, "Let me out."
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're at a celestial event. It took place right after inauguration. The 7 planet alignments form in a straight line will grace the skies and be visible worldwide. So this is worldwide alignment of the energies. I truly believe that.
Yep. And we're going to all align together, and we're going to defeat the deep state.
Yeah.
Once and for all.
So, come here, Rizzo. They want to see you. Come here, Bella. I don't know if I can.
Joey's right. Like, share, and subscribe.
Oh yeah. Hit that like.
Yeah, we're not very good at promoting, Janine.
No, move that bus.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Hi, Mary Jean. I'm seeing a lot more of your videos out there. Keep going and keep doing what you're doing. All right, so that's about everything that I have. We started with our feet on the planet. We ended up with looking up in the sky for all the planets. And what kind of week you got going there?
Week. Nothing going on this week. I know. I know they wanted me to tell my story at my recovery center next coming up, so I got to tell my story. So that's next in February. My birthday's in February. Age of Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius. Great things are ahead. I'm in a good mood. Getting older, and I don't give a crap. So
how old are you gonna be?
A young 47, Janine.
Already? 47. No. God, see, we're talking about time is flying, and it really is. I can't believe I've been doing this for 5 years and people are still here. But I'm glad because there's people like Buckshot and Joey G on Sunday now. I've got Fran, another Italian, coming in on Mondays, Monday evening. And let's see who else we
You
have
still have to
from
call
time
the
to
police
time.
show.
Oh, so I did.
Okay.
Have you ever seen that show, Pasta Grammar? Have you ever seen that one with the ladies from Southern Italy? Pasta Grammar. They're coming on my channel February 12th.
Okay.
They get
February 12th?
about, yeah, they get, and she's from Italy, and she just became an American citizen, and I'm going to interview them. It's going to be excellent.
Oh, mamma mia.
Yeah, so she says that a lot, and so
And I bet the way she cooks is a lot better than the way we were taught.
and she will knock down what you call pizza, what you call chicken parmesan, even the cannolis. The cannolis pretty much everybody makes pretty similar, but yeah, and she uses cocoa instead of certain things, but very heavy Italian accent. And I just love her because she woke me up because she cooked the way my mother did. My mother was from southern Italy, and I always thought that my mother cooked incorrectly. Then when I saw this, I'm like, oh my God, that's the way my mom cooks. So I'm so excited. Buck, we got to have you on when they're on here, but it'll be during the day, and I know you can't do it.
Yeah, it's usually my meetings are important because I'm the quote guy. They call me Polly Quotes because I put the quotes on the board. That's my service back to everyone. So I gotta go there every day. It's important. So, look how cute she is.
Yeah, this is Bella. I'm trying to get Rizzo up here, but whatever she's doing, Bill, but he rebels against it. He really doesn't want to.
Yeah,
She
she
got big.
seems like more the loving kind.
Oh, she's
She's
so
the
adorable.
baby, right?
She wants to get
She's
into
the
my
baby.
arms. She wants me to cradle her and sing to her. It is literally a baby. Come here, Rizzo.
How's the couch working?
How's the what?
She getting up on the couch?
She gets up on one. The other one she doesn't. She still doesn't jump. But when she's outside, so she went into heat already at 11 months. I was like, holy shit. And she was trying to jump this little like chicken wire fence. I'm like, she can jump out there, but she won't jump on my couch, but that's okay. Rizzo, come.
She'll
Rizzo.
learn eventually.
Come here. One more. Oh my God, this one's a chunky monkey. This is Rizzo.
Hey, Rizzo.
They're bookends. Rizzo, Tucker on TV.
Hey, Tucker. Rizzo. He's like, what?
On TV. There's Tucker. He likes to watch Tucker Budson, another dog show.
Yeah.
And he watched with this one.
As soon as you said that name, he was like looking around.
And not Tucker Carlson either. All right, now they're getting all right. Thank you guys for joining. I think we're at our hour. We seem to be losing a couple of people here. And thank you, Buck. Can't wait to see you next week.
Okay.
This was fun. Thank you.
You're welcome. You'll have a good week.
Everybody. Yeah. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Enjoy the winning.